second serious reading of Kawabata, Yasunari Kawabata's fiction, Old Capital, and Japanese title is Kyoto. And it's about Kyoto, the city of Kyoto. Kyoto was established as a capital, like 81,000, maybe around that time. And it has been a capital for a long, long time until the samurai shogun switched to the Tokyo. And so right now, Tokyo and Kyoto are the two tourist destinations, some of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. And so if you've been to Kyoto, I think this one is very interesting for you, knowing that all these different festival, different nature, like a cherry blossom blooming, and different fall times, color changing in the mountains, and all these things depicted in this fiction. And so it's about a story of this young woman who is about 20 years old, who is a daughter of this old Kyoto merchant. I think they sell all the goods, including kimono and obi, which is a kimono obi, as you know, and all the other things. But as you know, because of the old, city and the old business is kind of dwindling because of the time changes. And this is about the story. I think this is written probably 1967 or 68, somewhere around that time. And so first published, I would say this book is published 1962. So translation is about 1987. And so this seems like a new translation by the same translator, Martin Holman. And as you see, the Kyoto in Japanese, old capital, means something very resonating with the Japanese psyche about this Japanese old capital, and where so many traditional things happened, and so many literature, culture originated from that era. And so it's very heartfelt feeling toward Kyoto. And but in this book, mostly Kawabata is, I think, trying to depict those Japanese feeling toward Kyoto. However, I think the depiction of Kyoto, the people here, is 1960s Kyoto, which is a very modern Kyoto. And so it shows a declining this atmosphere in Kyoto, although there's a lot of tourists going there, but house became dilapidated, and you have to renovate them, and some business owners, the business is dwindling, and so time is changing, and so that depicts that. And it's about this young woman's discovery of something she never foresaw, never thought of anything. But it had a tremendous strength of the impact of the life for reader. When you read it, wow, you get surprised, this particular liberation of the particular thing. And that's very, very happening, very, very beginning. And very nonchalantly, that was disclosed. So people who are taking that particular news, daughter included, is very nonchalant. No, it's like a matter of factory thing, and so you take it as a matter of fact, but at the same time, you can, as a reader, you can see that is a tremendous effect on psychology of those people, and so it has a lot of Japanese festivity, including like a cherry blossom viewing and all this natural beauty of Kyoto, and you can see those events like a festival and so forth unfolding all the time, because it starts with the spring cherry blossoming, and then the summer comes, and the fall comes, and the winter comes, and so each season they have this very very typical festivity, or some kind of the traditions bound things along all these different seasons. And so it is very, very, I would say, appealing to the Japanese sentiment, because most Japanese people feel that Kyoto is a special place, and it's a beautiful place that you want to visit in your lifetime and experience this old capital's splendor. Remember, trying to visualize that particular splendor when you go to Kyoto. And Kyoto has lots of temples and shrine. And so I've been there a couple of times, many times I would say, and so the golden pavilions and so forth. It's a beautiful place. It's amazing to see those old, buildings and streets and the houses are remaining. And so it's appealed to the Japanese psyche, I would say. And Kawabata knows, I think his Kawabata's fiction is about this beauty of Japanese culture. I think Southern Cranes, he talked about mostly tea ceremony, but here it's about nature of Kyoto, people in Kyoto, and those festivity, different festival during the season. And so that's what it is. But this particular liberation of the thing in the very, very beginning of this particular story, and stay there as it is. So as a reader, you already invested yourself to find out more and what's going to happen. And so I progress toward that direction, and one by one you see as things are developing, and toward the directions of the reader is hoping. And some direction is very abrupt, very sudden, and so it's surprising, and some direction is kind of a very calculated storyline there, and so as a reader you can tell, well, yeah, that's going, of course, in that direction, and but the story, it's very very subtle development there, and but it's surely going to the direction that the reader wants to go, and but as a whole, Kawabata wasn't not that much eager to show what the storyline is, and a kind of a suggestion, very very beautifully suggesting, yeah, this one is going to that direction, but he doesn't conclude or write about those things. But as a reader's mind, yeah, it's going to that direction. You can tell, but it ends there. But it's not the unsatisfactory ending. It is very, I would say, yeah, understanding the the author and the reader's relationship, the author is kind enough to tell you that yeah, the whole story is going ended up with this place, and so you feel safe and not unsatisfied or not uncomfortable or anything like that. Very, very satisfactory. So I recommend this particular fiction to anyone. Anyone who been to Japan, for example, been to Tokyo and Kyoto, travel around, and it's very, very, the thing that you saw, the things you experienced, it's in here, and you can understand more if you've been there. But the people who never been, even them, I think you read about Kyoto, for example, enough to understand the stories here. And so this young lady's story mostly, and it's very, very sudden development and sudden incorporation of things that you never expected, and so that's interesting. And so yeah, I would recommend this, and I think I would read more Kawabatas from now on. Okay,